So Apple has just released iOS 27 Beta 1, and I've been testing it out for a few days now. Here are some brand new features, some hidden changes, and of course that brand new Siri AI upgrades that you guys need to know about. Now, for starters, I do have this installed on my iPhone Air, and on my iPhone 17 Pro Max, I have the iOS 26, the latest version of iOS 26, really reposition the clock. So for instance, we could tap on the clock there, and then there's a button here. Before on iOS 26, you didn't have that option there. So iOS 27, beta 1, that is, you have that option. So now you could be able to see more of your wallpaper for a more minimalistic look. This is actually perfect because I can see this being very handy where you just want to see the full perspective of your picture. Also, you have this brand new wallpaper, which is changing dynamically. So this is just representing the iOS 27 wallpaper. And throughout the day and throughout the time, it's actually going to change colors. So for instance, I'm going to tap on done. This is the color right now, but usually it's like this tannish golden colorish. I don't know, like this brown color. But right now it's getting a little late and we have this color. So now open it up for the first time, you guys can see the icons actually been changed around. So the way how the icons look, it just has a little bit more depth to it, or it actually looks a little bit flatter. So on the top, you have this customization icon. So it's like just a paintbrush and you have a check mark indicating done. On iOS 26, it just says it, edit, done. So even looking at just the photos, it just looks a little different. And that's something that you're going to notice right away. As soon as you update, you're going to notice that, unless you have the clear icons. But even so, the clear icons, you can easily see that the icons has been updated. Right away, speaking of something that you'll notice right away, the apps just launch a lot quicker. It's just going to give your device a brand new light. And I like how everything is just nice and snappy. The AirDrop is 80% faster. 80% faster compared to iOS 26. And I know it's going to get better throughout time and throughout updates. You can actually adjust the liquid glass for the first time. So right now I have it all frosted. We got to make this all glassy. So now we have this more glassy look. Even look at the dock too, which I don't have anything on my dock. You could be able to see it just changes in real time. I'm more of a glassy guy, so I'm going to put this all up into the glass. So yeah, so you can customize that for the first time. I think for performance, it's pretty much identical. This is the latest and greatest iPhone, so of course it's not going to struggle with no performance, but I'm curious to see how this is going to perform with an iPhone 11. I mean, seeing the liquid glass, I want to see how the performance is going to stack up with full glass versus fully tint. And also what's new, you guys noticed you could just get to your control center here. That's nothing new. But if you go into the middle, you get into Spotlight / Ask Siri. So you can literally say anything and you could be able to, get the results. So this is going to be the Siri here, and same thing here. If you press and hold the side button, that's the same thing. So everything now, it's living within that dynamic island. And I think it's like, we're going to talk about Siri AI in a second, but everything now is just more smoother. So let's say I'm on Instagram, right? I could be able to activate the spotlight and go over to YouTube just like that. So everything now is it's going to feel a lot more snappy. So I could say apple.com and then it's going to take me over to apple.com. So I like that. Actually utilizing search or spotlight. So without going to the home screen and be able to activate in Spotlight, you could just be able to swipe down to any app and you could be able to exit anything, literally anything to your heart's content. So I really do like that. And since we're here, I want to talk to you about the photos. Let me go over to the Photos app one more time. So for the first time ever, you guys know the cleanup tool on iOS wasn't the greatest, but with iOS 27, that fixes that. And you guys going to see, we're going to go into tools. And now I can either clean up the photo, I can expand it, or I can reframe it. I see some people walking into this restaurant here, and we're going to wait into the cleanup. Okay, boom. iOS 27 just realized that. Okay, we just got to tap, and the people are going to be gone. Just like that. Now, it's not perfect. It's not perfect, but so much better than what it was. And then on top of that cleanup, you have something called expand. So let's say I want to expand this photo a little bit further, which I think is perfect position, but we can extend it. We could just pinch our fingers. We can expand it. So let's say you want to get more in the shot. You can be able to expand it. And this is going to just use AI, of course. This is all AI. And I see this coming in very handy for like maybe family photos. Maybe you want to get more of the background, and it's going to do a pretty decent job. But I'm curious to see how it's going to react with this photo. And I'm doing this in real time just to show you guys how long it takes. And look, voila, look at that. Look at that. That's amazing. That's actually 1-to-1. And I'm not even lying. Like that's actually 1-to-1. So let me just do it before. So this is the before. Oh, I can't even do it again. Oh man, I gotta do it again. Okay, so I have to do that again. I just paused the video. This is pretty impressive. And the best thing is, let's say I want to keep that the way it is. I want to see how it's gonna be. Like how far can you extend this? Like if I take a screenshot of this and expand it, I'm gonna do a video on that, like a little shorts. But that's to extend or expand. And you also have reposition, so reframe. So I don't even know how this is gonna work. Let me see. I don't even know. This is my first time doing this. Oh, look at that. Yo, no way. No way. So I could change. Oh, that's cool. This is real-time reactions, guys. So I can like oh, that's dope. Yo, I don't know why this got me so hyped. So okay, so I could reframe this and it's gonna clean it up, use AI. I'm very curious to see how this is gonna look like actually. I don't know. This blew me away just now. So let's say, oh man, there's so many pictures. This is gonna be so much fun. And I'm not gonna edit this part. I just want to show you guys how long it usually gonna take. And yeah, not bad. Oh my god, not bad at all, guys. Not bad at all. Let's zoom in. That's me. Now I look a little weird. Like I look a little like off, but I'm not even gonna lie, man. This is really clean. I'm gonna be honest, from a distance and on camera, this is actually pretty sick. So I want to take a screenshot of this. This is like so cool. And also too, real quick, getting back into the lock screen, for the first time ever, you can actually clear the now playing notification. So you can actually get rid of that. Now, I'm not sure if it's going to come back. It should come back, right? I don't know. It didn't come back. I just cleared the notification. So now, and speaking of the now playing, turn this around into landscape mode. So this is kind of hinting to that iPhone, that rumored iPhone Ultra. Apple is preparing for landscape support for applications. And this is going to also work on the weather app too, which by the way, the weather app did receive an update too. So you guys can see things look a little different. You know, things look a little different on the weather app. You can also have this in landscape now. Yeah, so you guys can see landscape on the weather app. So yeah, here it is side by side. Oh, you could change it. Oh, you could change it. Oh, I was wondering like where's the temperature at? But yeah, the weather app been redesigned and you also have landscape support, which is nice. Now another thing too that's new and pretty nifty, if you go into the wallet application, you can actually create your very own pass. So whether if it's tickets, memberships, this is going to use visual intelligence to scan the barcode, get your member ID and your name, and you could be able to scan the QR code right from the wallet app. So if you double press the side button, you can use that to scan your pass. Now, unfortunately, I do not have any membership passes or anything, but this is pretty cool. You just take a picture of it, and it's going to just be able to scan the barcode and have it as a regular pass. I really love the changes that Apple made with the phone application. So if you're on the phone with customer service, it's going to come up with confirmation codes or even like membership IDs or something that might be useful to talk to somebody. And even so, if it's their birthday today, it's going to indicate that, hey, today's their birthday. Don't forget to wish them a happy birthday. So I really do like the phone application. Unfortunately, I cannot really demo this. I don't really have any, I don't think I have anybody or anything that I can really call or, yeah, but that was really impressive. That was really impressive. And another thing too, if I grab my AirPods, for the first time ever, we have EQ settings for AirPods. What if you have the Pros, the Max, any AirPods. So if I go into the settings here and I go into AirPods settings here, this has been redesigned from the ground up. So you have icons and it kind of feels like it's part of the settings. It's not just tacked on there. So I think Apple should still make a AirPods app. I think that would still be handy, but hey, this is still a nice step. But if I go into audio and routing, I noticed there's no EQ settings here. For me, it's not enabled, but I may have to update my AirPods. Apple did showcase that you can adjust the EQs on the settings here with your AirPods. So I really want to put this to the test. I might make a separate video on this or shorts, but be sure to subscribe so you guys don't miss that. Now I want to go over to messages here real quick. So now for the first time ever, you have sending indicators for each iMessage. So for instance, if I send over a video, so I send over this video now, if you look at it closely, you're going to see a message. Well, it came in so fast, but there's like a little progress bar for each message. I think it just makes more sense having the indicator for each iMessage opposed to just having it on the top like we usually have it. So a nice little attention to detail there. And going back into the settings real fast, we're going to go all the way back into the Wi-Fi settings. You have something called connectivity assist. So what this means is it's going to use your cellular data in addition of your Wi-Fi for a more reliable internet connection. So think of it like this. You're outside, you're home, you're getting ready to leave, and you're on the phone, let's say a FaceTime or Discord, whatever you do. You know, usually the Wi-Fi is going to be weak. It's going to be poor. So now with this setting here, it's going to be able to use your cellular data and your Wi-Fi, and it's going to give you the most reliable connection. So it's just basically using the Wi-Fi and cellular for a better connection. If I go over to Find My, you can now set the duration on how long you want to share your location. So I'm surprised this is a thing now, but basically you can set the days, you can set the hours, you can set the minute, and you can even set the date. And then on the other side of the coin, you could be able to hide your location without the other person knowing. So this could be either a good thing or a bad thing. It's good that, hey, you having a surprise party and you don't want to, spoil the surprise. So you can pause location without the other person notifying. So now also, if I go over to the settings again and I want to go over to sound and haptics, you can now set different volumes for the alarms, timers, system alerts and stuff. Now before this, it was all within the ringtone volume, but now you could be able to set this individually. And yeah, so you could have the loud, you could have this loud system sounds, or you could have the alarm super like loud. So you could have everything separated. Better late than never. And also too, for the first time, we have a brand new Apple Page screen. So this is so much better than the old version. So essentially now you have your amount on the top center, Apple Pay on the top too as well. And of course, if you double press, you can be able to authenticate with Face ID to make that purchase. And the cool thing about this, you can switch your cards just by swiping back and forth between. I really like this animation, and you also have haptic feedback too as well. Now, dictation has been massively improved. There's a new toggle called Advanced Dictation Preview, and you don't need Apple Intelligence or Siri AI. This is going to work with the iPhone 11 too, or any device that doesn't support Apple Intelligence. So we're going to enable this, and now everything is more advanced. So this is going to just be laser accurate, and I want to start dictating with I want to start using dictation a lot more. So now everything is more accurate, and it's going to just work pretty much 90% of the time. So now I could just say 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3, and it's just going to get it every time. See, look, boom, it's getting the punctuation, it's getting the percentage. It's not just saying percentage. It's like, this is like perfect. This is almost perfect. And like, it's just getting everything 1 to 1. Okay, it did say 1 as the 1 to 1, so it's not perfect, but this is way better than what we had before. And also too, switching over to the control center, if I turn on the timer, we have a brand new animation here. So we have the timer on dynamic island, and you can adjust the time accordingly, and you can just keep this going on all the way up to 2 hours. So really cool stuff. And of course you could just start the timer. But the cool thing about this is I never left the notes application. So I can interact with the dynamic island to start the timer. So boom, have a timer started. And of course we can have the live activity there, and I could continue what I'm doing without going into the clock application, setting the timer, then switching back to app. So this is a nifty little feature. Of course, we can cancel it just like that. So that's totally brand new. That's something that I always love when Apple take advantage of that dynamic island. Although I wish we had that glass element. So you guys see that with this new Siri, you had this liquid glass on the dynamic island. I wish they added in more elements of the liquid glass on the island, because it looks really cool. And we're going to talk about Siri let's talk about Siri now. One of the new things with visual intelligence, it's now a part of the camera application. So, so if I press and hold for visual intelligence, it's gonna open up Siri. And this is just the regular camera app, basically. Like, and if you just press the camera control button one time, it just opens up the camera. But you can always switch over to Siri. This camera Siri mode on the camera app is an absolute groundbreaking feature. So let's say I look up a quest bar, right? And I want to know the nutrients facts of this. I could be able to just scan this real quick, right? Just press the Siri capture button, and you guys going to be able to see that it's going to provide some useful information. And right away, it identifies what it is, cookies and cream. And you could be able to look up the nutrition. You can go into target.com. But really the cool thing is the nutrition facts. So you could be able to have these, have this useful statistics here. So it's highly processed, but it's a good source of fiber, lean protein, but it's, you know, it's okay in the nutrients fact scale. Let's say this apple, no pun intended. This is an iOS Apple video. So let's just take a picture of this apple here, and it's going to identify it with no problem. And I'm going to make an entire separate video just going over why did it say OnePlus? I do have a OnePlus 13 here, but I wasn't expecting it to get it. That's crazy. I was trying to get the apple. Oh wait. Oh, it sees it. Oh yeah, okay. All right. It did saw it, but it also saw the OnePlus. So boom. So we can look up the nutrition facts. Okay, so it got the apple, and it also got the OnePlus in the background there. But this is really cool. So you could take things in the real world, and you could be able to see the nutrients facts. So yeah, I think I'm gonna use Siri a lot. It's just so much feature with Siri that it just deserves a separate video. But really what's cooler now, if you have a receipt at a restaurant and you want to split the bill, scan it. You gotta press the shutter button. It's gonna work, and boom. It's gonna give you the location. It's gonna give you the description here. And then we could split the bill with Apple Cash. And yeah, I'm always hanging out with my friends, and I think this is going to be a really nice feature to have. And you could be able to split the bill. Everything just gets identified. So now it identified the roast chicken, the salad, like it identified everything. And you could be able to pick your share. So if you got the salad and you got the iced tea, you could be able to pay. You could pay your share to that person now. This is going to make splitting the bill a whole lot easier. And of course, you have the tip. You can add that. So 15%, 20%, whatever the case may be. And then boom, you could be able to Apple Pay everything there. This is like amazing. But yeah, I think this is gonna make going out with friends a whole lot easier. Nobody's not have to scramble around the bill, take out the calculator. Oh, what's the calculation of this? No, use the visual intelligence or the Siri AI on the camera application, and you're good to go. I want to show you guys the passwords application because this one is pretty cool. If I tap over to security, you could be able to change the passwords on compromised accounts. So reuse password, you guys see it here. So I could be able to show details, and I could be able to, I tried doing this earlier, but you could be able to fix all the passwords. So so on iOS 27, it's going to agenically, so with iOS 27, it's going to agenically auto change the passwords for you. It's going to actually go into Yahoo and change the passwords right then and there. And it's also going to verify two-step authentication, and everything is within the dynamic island. But this is a testing device. I will have to do this on my main device here. So things like two-step authentication is not going to work fine on this because this is a testing device. So iOS 27, guys, I mean, so many more features. I know I'm missing some, but I think this is where I'm going to end out the video. If you guys want to see a part 2 to this, maybe when the public beta release, because you know Apple's going to add in more features, and I'm probably going to miss some things too as well. But other than that, this is a rock solid update so far. The time it's recording, this is on beta 1, developer beta 1, that is. And yeah, let me know down in the comments down below what you guys think. And be sure to subscribe if you guys want to see a video on Siri AI. If that video's out already, I'll throw it on screen on the side. And other than that, I hope you all have a simple day. Peace.